Hey, you guys, it's Stella Grizont with this week's Remote and Resilient. And as you can tell, I have a new look. I was styled by my 5-year-old, all makeup, hair, and jewelry was done by Linor, my 5-year-old. So here we are. And as all weekend actually, I was thinking about what am I going to talk to you guys about this week? Because this week I was pretty sad. It was my birthday, and I wasn't sad because it was another year around the sun. I was just feeling sad because I had done a week of full-time childcare, felt like I was constantly choosing between work and my daughter and myself. My husband didn't even make it on the list of priorities this week. And I also had nothing left to even think about how to celebrate my birthday. That felt like not even, I didn't even, and I was sad for the fact that I couldn't even muster the joy or enthusiasm to think about it. So the point is that I was struggling to think about, or I was struggling to pick a topic for this week because it was just a hard week. And so actually that's the topic, is acceptance. Accepting that it was a hard week, accepting that this is just what I look like right now, and this is my reality every morning, a different look. Uh, and so um, we have a lot to learn, or not we, I guess I am learning a lot through COVID around acceptance. And we know from research when it comes to negative emotions that by acknowledging them, by articulating them out loud, by labeling them, right? So for me this week, it was sad. I was grieving the way things were. I was grieving for the grandparents I lost. So there was a lot of sadness for me. And I'm just accepting it. I wasn't trying to push it away. I wasn't trying to change it. And it's uncomfortable uh, for me. And I think it's uncomfortable for a lot of us to feel the negative emotions, because who wants to sit in this place? It's uncomfortable. However, we know that if we are able to label our emotions and acknowledge them and be with them, we actually help ourselves process them and move through them faster. We may even learn something and grow from the experience. Also, by accepting our emotions, we're not busy resisting them. And so, the resistance to negative emotions usually means we try to numb them away, right? So maybe it's a Nutella addiction like I used to have, a Netflix one, wine, beer, whatever it is that helps you check out. And so I'm all for a little checkout here and there, but right now is the time for us to check in and stay in the game, so that we can be conscious, so that we can be most loving, so that we can be most compassionate. And sometimes that means just being with the moment and being with wherever you are on the wave and accepting that, right? So our refusal to accept the moment and accept the reality only amplifies stress and anxiety. So the other thing to keep in mind is that even if we are experiencing negative emotions, it doesn't mean that's all we're experiencing, right? So even though I was feeling sad that I couldn't hug my mom, or have my daughter play with her grandparents without like being 6 feet apart, or that I couldn't just like go out and be with friends, or that I just didn't even have the energy to think about what I even wanted. That was all sad for me. And I was still, though, able, and I'm still able to catch moments of beauty and deep love and witnessing, playing pretend with my daughter. And we decided, I did the day before my birthday just think, well, what would be nourishing for me? And nature is always nourishing for me. So I found a little hike where there's waterfalls nearby. And I've lived in this area for 4 years and have never gone to this place. And so my birthday gift to myself was to actually prioritize going to find these waterfalls. And we did. And that just made me feel just so light and full of wonder and awe. And that was beautiful. So by accepting the moment, whatever it looks like, we're also welcoming in the present moment. And that's the only true thing we really have. And so it's not always going to be comfortable. It may be full of tension, but I think, that's always how we grow, is by holding and being in that tension, right? Like, what's that saying about a diamond? It's like coal under pressure, right? And so we can all find our light through this intense pressure without just trying to push it away. So this is this is an example of that. I decided not to push it away, not to clean up for you. This is what it looks like today. And I just, I wish, I hope you don't have to go through different waves of challenging emotions. But if you are, you're not alone. It's a really challenging time. And I would, I would encourage you to just try to acknowledge what it is that you're feeling, label the emotion out loud, and then at the same time, be present to also what is beautiful, what is bright, what is loving, what is kind. And one of the things you've heard me talk about is gratitude. And I find that when I'm really feeling down, it might be hard to muster a gratitude list. I've written about how I fake gratitude all the time. And I encourage you to do that. And I'll link to that video or post of faking gratitude. But when it's hard for you to reach up for gratitude, one thing you can say, this is what I say to myself, is, well, at least, right? So, well, at least it's sunny outside. Well, at least I have running water. At least I have food in the fridge. At least I get to spend time with my family, my daughter, and see her grow up, right? So if it's hard for you and you're also kind of in this moment, label the emotion and then acknowledge, well, at least, and what is there to appreciate. You can hold both in your hands, right? Without ignoring the difficult stuff. So with that, you guys, that's this week's Remote and Resilient. I hope that you are all well and stay well. Till next week.